Back, everyone, man, to the MisippBROs here on YouTube, streaming live, man, across this great world of ours, man. We got Mark and Chad coming at you right now. Big Bruce in the back taking care of the biz, man. And while you're at it, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Tell your side piece. What? Did I say that? Anyways, hey. We got a great show coming here for you, man. We got some bad NFL games to talk about yesterday, most definitely, including a bad Warriors game. That doesn't happen much, man. We're going to get on that, along with some comedy going on around the world of sports. We will get into a little off-the-ball topic, as my bro loves to ask me questions. I have no idea what he's talking about, but here we are, man. 14 years difference, but of the same mind. The MisippBROs coming at you. Big Mark, what's going on today?
All right, we got promoted to Big Mark. Those are going to be some big shoes to fill, dude. All these years of being little bro, I'll do my best, as you know. And as you invite friends, listeners, and enemies alike, it reminded me of a cool quote I heard just yesterday. Watching a little All Elite Wrestling pay-per-view, the commentator said, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend." So, and then of course this was during a trios match, tag team. You know, you love it. One day we'll bring you a full AEW segment in the future. I promise you. I certainly watch enough of it.
I won't be here when you do that segment. I won't be here. You'll be doing that on your own.
We'll curb it for a solo Sippo session, which is always fine. But getting back to it, I wanted to say it was a nice weekend in these parts in the Bay. A little overcast, early morning fog, and if you're our producer, Big Bruce, let me just say the man stayed busy making people look pretty this weekend. A little side hustle. Bruce White Photography. Check out the website. Check out the Instagram. Yeah, through a little app known as Snapper. Bruce has been getting some calls. Snapper, S-N-A-P-P-R, no E in that one. It's an app that I'm relatively new to. You need a photographer like now, like tomorrow, like this weekend. You can book through Snapper. And Bruce, I think, did 5 shoots this weekend. So it's good stuff. Another new age app to connect for all those personal services out there.
That's where our world is, man. On demand, dude. Everything on demand. Uber started it, right? And now we got photography.
Gosh, man.
On demand, everything.
You just reminded me of a day in San Francisco 6 or 7 years ago when Uber was first a thing. Like everyone had their first Uber experience, right? I remember, well, it says to take a picture of me. It says Luis will pick me up right here. I hope this works out. And now it's just totally automated, normal, everything. All of it. So reason I brought up Bruce being busy with photography, first of all, again, shout out Bruce White Photography. But Bruce was gone all day yesterday. Didn't see a lick of football. And I gave him a quick recap as the highlights were on at about 8 o'clock local time. He didn't miss much, especially from his beloved Jets, who gave up over 40 points for the 3rd time in 4 weeks, right? And some other things I noticed. Listen to these scores, guys. Listen up. Comment in the chat if you like. We had some scores like Cowboys 43, Falcons 3. Man, the Falcons are capable of some dumpers, if you know what I mean. The Patriots 45 at home on the Browns, just 7 from the Browns. The Browns look all sorts of average.
The Browns are always going to be the Browns. Don't ever put your freaking faith in them, ever.
The aforementioned Jets gave up 45 to the Bills, who were fresh off of scoring 6 against the Jaguars. 6. So, you know, the NFL does this every single week, and we try to hang on and we try to make sense of it. But also, you had 2 teams really not trying to win a football game. I'm going to quote Najee Harris, Steelers running back from Antioch. He said, "I didn't know that you could tie in the NFL because they did that."
Dude, this is it. Is this soccer? Is this now soccer? Because there is a tie in the NFL, dude. A tie.
16-16, multiple giveaways I would call them takeaways, but they were giveaways in that overtime game between the Steelers and the Lions. Also, maybe one of the worst potential winning kicks I've ever seen off the Lions kicker's foot. People were asking on social media, has that man kicked a football before? It's just not good. And then the Packers handling the Seahawks. Welcome back, Russell Wilson. You scored 0 points. Packers win 17-0. Those ugly games.
You forgot one big one, dude.
I'm getting to it in sequential order because we're talking Sunday Night Football, right? So all of that ugliness happened before Sunday Night Football's game, which ended in a Chiefs 41-14 thwomping. Patrick Mahomes. I'm not ready to say he's back. However, the Raiders are the perfect antidote for Pat Mahomes. Every time he faces them, especially in their home field, they lose. Pat Mahomes improves to 11-0 in division games on the road. Another reminder, this is still the Chiefs division, baby.
Ooh, man. I still don't trust the Chiefs because they beat the Raiders. Not a big deal. But who is the best teams in the AFC? That's the question. You would say a couple weeks ago the Bills, but they lost to the Jags. So you're going, okay, dude. Now who's the best team in the AFC? So, dude, yeah, the Chiefs looked good last night, man. But all those blowouts you're talking about, dude, it was, I checked the scoreboard, man. I was like, oh my God, man, that's some ugly, ugly football. I watched a little bit yesterday, dude. I already won my pool, so I don't really, I'm not really checking in on sports all that much.
Chad's football interest waning.
Yes, dude, yes, yes. And so I went, oh, I might have to get in a new pool, man, just to watch the games again. But we got the Niners tonight, dude. I hope this is not another succession of blowouts because the Niners desperately need it. I think this could be a defining moment for the Niners when it comes to if they're going to turn their season around. But as we've seen in every football week now, just like you described, up, down, up, down. You just never know. And it's kind of like the society we live in now, huh? I mean, we really don't have any kind of base or structure to go off of anymore. It's just, we're all just going day to day here. And so that's what I feel like is happening in sports too, man. Do you think I'm wrong on that?
I think you're definitely in the ballpark. You might be in the right aisle. You might be in the right seat, my brother. Let me say, while you were pondering who's the best in the AFC, got to give the Titans a little shout out here. They continue to win without Derrick Henry. It was a little tightly contested yesterday with the Saints. Some calls went the Titans' way, if you were watching, friends, listeners. But they've won 6 in a row, and they're doing it without clearly their best player. They're doing it without Julio Jones. They're playing solid defense. They got some pass rush ability up the middle. I'm forgetting the guy's name, but he's way up there with Max Crosby and Aaron Donald in terms of getting to the quarterback. So the Titans, again, factoring in their awful carpet division where the Colts are their only threat, expect the Titans to stick around for the season. And don't forget, they won in Arrowhead this year. So they've had
the Titans are legit. I mean, 6 in a row in the NFL. I mean, that's really hard to do, dude.
Yes. And on the note of Chiefs on the road, I don't know if you noticed this. We predicted it for a long time coming, Chad, when we talked about the Raiders and their Oakland home field advantage. Nobody goes to Oakland. Nobody vacations to Oakland. Well, what was going to become of the Vegas Stadium? Last night, it earned the nickname Arrowhead West. Did you see the sea of red?
Well, this is the problem with putting teams in Vegas, because there's no history there for teams, obviously. So you got to build a history. But Vegas is such a transitory town, dude, that it's really hard to get a base there, So, especially now in today's world, man, we're all flying around everywhere all the time. And so, yeah, it's a destination, dude. Who doesn't want to go to Vegas to watch a game? Oh. Obviously, a lot of people from Kansas City in the middle of November want to get the hell out of Missouri and go down to Vegas, dude.
Sounds amazing. Yes. And we've talked on this show this exact sentence, basically, saying that if I'm a fan, we know people like this, Chad. Season tickets to their favorite local team, right? Say you're a Steelers fan, Packers fan, Bills fan, Chiefs fan, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Sometimes they pick the hardcore fans pick one road game to go to. I mean, it's Vegas, baby. Yes, it's Vegas.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it, man. You're collecting all your cans and looking into seat cushions for all those coins, dude, to save up for that game, dude. And that's just that's some old school stuff right there. But anyways, long story short, man, is like, yes, dude, that's everyone says, it's a good theme to talk about, man, because they're talking about, oh, no one goes to the Raiders because, and all these owners want hotels and money and they want a village around their stadium and all this kind of garbage. But what they lose is home field advantage. The Niners have lost it. Okay, they lost it at Candlestick, dude, because Candlestick used to be one of those places where it was filled with Niner fans, crazy Niner fans who could afford it, go to the game, get crazy, get drunk, throw stuff on people, and it was an advantage, dude, because there was more Niner fans. Now look at it, Santa Clara. Okay, yeah, you made some money, Jed York and all his, family and all that kind of stuff, but what did you really get? You don't have home field advantage anymore. I don't even know anyone who knows where Santa Clara is who lives outside of California. No one does. And so they go, whoa, where am I going? I thought I was going to San Fran, baby. Don't get all mad at me for saying San Fran. I lived there for 5 years. I can say it.
Yeah.
So anyways, long story short, dude, yes, you're losing home field advantage. The Raiders lost it. They don't have freaking the crazy Coliseum anymore. They don't have tailgate like they used to. They don't have the rabid fans. They don't have the Ed Santeros that sit there at 8 o'clock in the morning watching the morning game and going crazy in the parking lot before the game, dude. So guess what, dude? You got what you wanted. Now, how do you like it?
How do you like it? And we're going to dive into that field and the team from Santa Clara in just a second. I just wanted to pull this up in case some of our listeners missed at the beginning. Lots of bad football yesterday, and I found, a meme from NFL Memes. Shout out Twitter. Basically, this is how wild and weird and wacky yesterday was. The Lions didn't lose. Brady got beat by a team with no name. Mike White had a bad game, young Jets legend, right, after one great game. And Jamal Adams had an interception, okay? Why is this noteworthy in a game they lost 17-0? Jamal Adams, even though he's made Pro Bowls, he's very much a box safety. He netted his third career interception yesterday, okay? Why does it matter? It ties him with all 360 pounds of loving. That is Vince Wilfork. Do you remember Vince Wilfork?
Yes, Vince Wilfork, dude.
The definition of a nose tackle, somehow corralled 3 interceptions in his career.
Yeah.
I just had to throw that out there. A wild, wild Sunday there.
You said something pretty funny, dude, that Brady lost to a team with no name. Mm-hmm. And also that the Jets didn't lose because I was hoping – I mean, who doesn't want to see a team go 0-17? If you love comedy like I do, dude, you gotta love that. But no, they did grab a tie, dude, so they're off the schneid, supposedly. But will they go? Maybe this is a question for Bruce, man. Will they go? I'm sorry, dude. I'm talking about the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets got 2 wins, my man.
My apologies, Bruce. My apologies.
No, Detroit's a whole different bucket, and the Jets do have 2 wins.
Dude. Hey, I caught myself mid-sentence, so I did that. So, long story short, yes, the Lions could do it again because they were the first one to go 0-16. That was awesome. So, I wanted them to also go 0-17. And but anyways,
they could go 0-16-1. They could. And I came across this ridiculous stat. It's believable and mind-blowing at the same time. Jared Goff, quarterback, exiled from Los Angeles. Thank you very much. Send you to Detroit. And it hasn't been rosy for Jared Goff. Jared Goff in games not coached by Sean McVay is now 0-15-1 with yesterday's tie. His rookie year was with a different coach, interim coach, what have you. He never won a game. His first 8 games with Detroit, lost them all. This guy has to break that, right? Otherwise, he's just going to be tied, strapped.
Yes.
To make
Jared Goff,
the rest of his career.
He got drafted number 1. I said to my buddy Wes, dude, I said, the dude's soft, okay? He's from Marin, okay? He prepped in Marin. They're soft in Marin, dude. I know the North Bay, dude. I've gone around, watched baseball games, dude. Coached up the Gent kids up there. They're soft, okay? And I, that's just the way it is. There might be a couple badasses come out of there, man. That's fine. But most of them not. And when Goff and at Cal, you can see he was a little bit soft. So that's why I was surprised he went number 1. He did good in a good system. Obviously, got to the Super Bowl and everything. But yes, that is true, man. Goff looks like a very scared kid at recess, don't want to go see the bully, dude, when he's out there freaking quarterbacking for the Lions. And he just looks terrible in that uniform. That guy got exiled, dude. Go from LA to Detroit. Yo, man, you pissed somebody off.
See you later. It's either going to be Goff starting in Detroit for the rest of his career and become the next Scott Mitchell, which nobody wants to become, or he might be a backup somewhere, chase a ring that way. But Jared Goff, I'd hate to say your best days are behind you, but they just might be. And when he went number 1 overall in that draft, it was reminiscent to me of the 2007 draft where the Raiders took Jamarcus Russell. We won't dive into that too much, but a lot of years there's an elite quarterback prospect at the top. Andrew Luck, Trevor Lawrence recently.
Yes.
And that was a year without an elite quarterback at the top. And number 1 teams typically have to take a quarterback. So that was
they reached for one guy that they hope is a number 1. They want him to be, but it just happened to be their year that they got number 1, and now there's not a number 1 quarterback. Yes.
So we promised the fans we'd be previewing a little bit of Rams 49ers. I did a quick check of the standings. I thought the Niners, I know they started off 2-0. I thought they were on a 6-game skid. I was wrong. They did win a game over the Bears. But real quick, the 49ers wins this year: Lions, Eagles, Bears. So we got a rookie quarterback.
Bears. Oh my.
That's a good one. We got a rookie quarterback with the Bears. That should be a beatable team. The Eagles with a second-year quarterback, and the Lions, who everybody beats except for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, one more thing on the Lions. They have not won a game in Pittsburgh since before the Ford family owned the Lions. That's nearly a century.
Are you talking about the Model T Ford?
I'm talking the Ford family.
The car that replaced the horse that long ago?
Pretty much, yeah. It's been that long since old Detroit won a game in old Pittsburgh. But anyway, I can't believe we've talked that much about it. But I guess that's what you do when you get a 16-16 stinker that ends in a tie. So, yes, the 49ers.
No game should end in a tie. And I'm going to piss off soccer fan, but I don't care, dude. Someone's got to win. Someone has to win. And in football, that's an abomination, dude. That's disgraceful. It's almost as bad as a tie in the All-Star game in baseball. When Bud Selig, dude, I want to knock him in the face for doing that. A tie in baseball is blasphemy. But football, dude, whoa. I don't know, man. I don't know.
We got some Niner content coming in from the chat line, but I did want to say, shoot, totally lost it. What were you just mentioning? Give it to me.
You're asking me what I just said, dude?
Yeah. Spit it out.
No, I was talking about how should not be any ties in sports.
Thank you.
That kind of stuff.
Because in America, we like touchdowns, we like slam dunks, we like homers, and we don't like 0-0 draws. We can't subscribe to that.
No.
So,
dude, why don't they just? I mean,
I got it. Last week, you won your eliminator pool thanks to the Steelers hanging on for dear life against the Bears. Referee aided and all. Yesterday, Bruce chose the Steelers in the eliminator. He's the last one that's undefeated, and his team did not lose.
Correct.
What would you say? Say you're running the pool, you make the rules. Is he still a winner?
Was there any rule before you guys started saying ties mean you move on?
There was not, and for the record, the ESPN default is because you didn't lose, you survive an eliminator.
That's the first thing that came to my mind. In my pool that I had, it said if there is a tie, you move forward. That should be it. You didn't lose.
Yeah.
You didn't lose.
Well, moving forward, I'd like to say, well, just for next year, but a win's a win, and if you didn't win, not moving on. So sorry.
I say pay the man.
Did it. Pay the man, says Bruce.
Pay the man, dude.
I'm just stuck here in the middle between the guy who won his eliminator and the guy that's in first in ours. And it's like, what happened to me? I picked the Falcons in week 1. They got completely blown out by the Eagles.
God. You're trying to be one of those smart guys that pick a shitty team first to get them out of the way, so you can get the freaking high flying Cardinals and the Packers.
Yes, I overthought it. I was thinking Eagles on the road, rookie coach. That didn't work out. So we got some Niners chat coming in from the chat line. We got some listeners on board. That's good to see. Thank you very much. And from the chat line, is John Lynch on the hot seat? This is a two-parter for me. I'm going to give it to you. But why no Kyle Shanahan reference there? We'll talk about both. John Lynch, is he on the hot seat?
I think they're intertwined. I think they're both. I think if one goes, the other goes. I think they came in together. They're going to leave together. What year is this? Like 4 or 5? So, and that's usually where it's kind of make or break when it comes to a regime change or people get tired of them. I don't see them going anywhere this year, but the fact that it's coming up and the fact that we're talking about it is not good, because you know what they say all the time, man. Where there's smoke, there's a little bit of fire, dude. And so that'll depend on Niner ownership. John Lynch has got a good rep with Niner ownership, obviously, along with Kyle Shanahan. Shanahan, man, he had that reputation before he got there, man, as being an offensive genius and a play caller. But yet, everyone forgets he botched the second half of the Super Bowl so damn bad with the play calling that he lost that game for the Falcons, dude, against those Patriots, dude. So, I mean, you can't be up 30 points still throwing the ball, dude, in the second half. And so, for all his great shenanigans. The point is that, he's got great play call. He's got great plays, is he a good play caller, and can he get the best out of his guys? Niner Sharma would be great to ask this, but how enamored are the Niner fans with him right now? I can imagine not very, but I think that they're going to stick with him again through this year into next year, man.
Well, tonight provides a matchup, McVay and Shanahan, that if you polled me a year or two ago on this, I'd be like, yeah, can't wait to watch that matchup for the next 10 years. I am not putting Kyle Shanahan on a hot seat right now, but here's the facts. They've made some personnel decisions where they're always tied together, right? I'm sure they agreed to trade up and get Trey Lance. I'm sure they agreed to trade up and get Brandon Ayuk. I'm sure they agreed to not pay DeForest Buckner, trade him for a first round that turned into Kinlaw. Mixed results since, while DeForest Buckner continues to dominate for the Colts.
Yes.
One of their brighter spots. I know Niner fans miss Buckner up the middle. How could you not? What I'm saying is there's times where if you're going to move up in the draft, especially at the price they did for Trey Lance, now it's tied to him.
Oh, yeah.
And it's too soon to put it on Trey Lance for this year. But basically, I predict Shanahan and Lynch will get through the season, even if they don't win another game. But next year, the seat is hot, and Trey Lance has to produce right away. That might not be fair to Trey Lance.
It might not be fair to Trey Lance, but such is life. All right. And especially when.
Dang it.
It is, dude. It is, man. Because
make it easy, Chad. Make it easy for us.
Yeah, Trey Lance will be he'll be starting the next few games. Okay, so I mean I see him getting some reps here really soon, especially if the Niners start tanking a bunch. If they get a bad showing tonight, that's gonna put some fire under their ass, dude. They're gonna have to showcase the rookie after that, dude. I can see that because when you're mediocre or just a couple games, you're still in the playoffs. Garoppolo's okay. Okay, he's good for you. He's all right. Well, we can hang with him. But when you're down, if you're 3-6, 3-7, no one wants to see Garoppolo out there, dude. So
yeah, Garoppolo landed in a funny spot in 49ers history to me. Okay, I'm not going to apologize for 49er fans here at all. I won't forget when Colin Kaepernick was hot, number 7 jerseys everywhere. When Jimmy Garoppolo got traded for number 10 jerseys before he even stepped on the field everywhere. And I don't blame 49er fans for getting excited, okay? This is a quarterback-rich franchise, as rich as really any other, thanks to the Montana and Young, 25-year span between the two?
Seemed like it. Yeah.
Even Jeff Garcia had his day in the sun. But to me, Garoppolo always had, man, that guy was feisty. I kind of miss watching him play. Garoppolo landed with Alex Smith's skill set and Colin Kaepernick hype. And it just happened at a time that Niner fans were hungry for the next thing, right? And then he has the success that he did. He was a good component on a great team, and that's where he belongs. That's where he fits. We'll see if they can turn the corner tonight with a surprise win over the Rams. But your brother's way into the game within a game. Tonight we get to see Von Miller debut for the Rams, Hollywood. Tonight we get to see Odell Beckham debut for the Rams, Hollywood. If Odell Beckham was a city, it's Los Angeles, my friend. So we'll see if this works. We'll see if it blows up in their face. The Rams are so all in. I don't think they have a draft pick for the next 2 years.
Oh, and that's when you go all in. Chips are in, baby. Chips are in. I got no backers, dude. I like my cards better than I like yours. All right, that's how it is, and that's poker. That's what the Rams are doing because they see weakness within the division. How could you not? The Seahawks are old. That's obvious. The Niners are hurt. And they are not, they don't have a great quarterback. So they're going, hey, we just picked up Stafford for Goff. Thank you very much. And we are going for it in this division, dude. Now, I didn't mention the Cardinals. I know the Cardinals are really good, dude. I understand that. But the Rams are going for it, dude. And you got to give it to them. Last couple of years, they've been down. Now, look at them, dude. So, you know what? Hey, it's going to be a good game. Odell Beckham Jr. is Los Angeles. Are you saying Los Angeles is full of drama? Drama and non-production?
Bright lights and less substance than most cities. Yes, yes. So I will double down on that. You mentioned the Cardinals. Thank you for reminding me. Not a lot to talk about from their game. Shocking they were down 17-0 to the Panthers at home, with or without Kyler Murray. They do have a nice defense. They got playmakers. But I wanted to bring up Cam Newton. He's back. He said it.
Dude,
I'm back.
I am stoked for Cam Newton, dude. I'm serious. That's the best thing that could ever happen to that guy.
Ever.
And it's a great thing for Carolina as well. He should have never gone anywhere, man. And they both need each other, dude. I'm happy for Carolina at
Well,
that note. And Cam Newton, dude,
in the
who put
blink
up
of
with a couple years of Bill Belichick, bro.
yes, he did, and it didn't work out for either party, and nor did anyone think it would, really, honestly.
No,
But
no, that's like square peg round hole, dude.
Just look at their closets and what they wear to their podium, post game. Bill Belichick and Cam Newton was never going to be a match. Just want to say also on the Cam Newton topic, he became the first NFL player in league history to run for a touchdown on his first rush of the season and pass for a touchdown on his first pass of the season. So Cam Newton right back into the spotlight. He loves it. I am interested to follow this Panthers team is a weird one. They started off 3-0. They lost 5 in a row. They're 5-5 with Cam Newton back. So,
dude, welcome to the NFL, baby.
Welcome to the NFL.
Day, every week is something you just can't put your finger on, dude. And I bet you one thing that's happening, dude. I just thought about, man, is that Vegas is probably getting their ass whooped right now, and I'll tell you why. Because of the huge spread in games, man. Because you got to. I mean, when one team wins 45-3 next week, where do you put them at? -12. -11.
Yeah, those Bills, 6 and then 45, right, back-to-back weeks.
And then what happens? They play a freaking stinking game. So I bet you Vegas, a really good bettor, dude, would be freaking just making out cash right now, dude. Would be just like, how much Bitcoin can I buy with this garbage, dude? I just like, wow, man, let's get after it, dude.
We should have a counter on the show for any time crypto's mentioned. I think we're at about 62%, but anyway, that's just me. I wanted to throw it back to the 49er game.
Your brain.
I got 2 more things on the 49er game. One of them came from the chat line, so we'll serve that justice, if you will.
Yes.
From the chat line, are the coach and GM really responsible for the underperformances of last year and this year's 49ers, or is it the medical staff? A common complaint from fans of the 49ers is, what's up with our health?
Dude, it's football, okay? I don't know if there's could you get someone in there that you think is a little bit better? Maybe. But, dude, injuries are a part of the game, especially football. You look around the league, man, there are so many injuries. It's like, my buddy Tom calls it, man, Tom, that COVID confusion, baby. These guys have gone from 0 to 100 miles per hour that fast after all this. They can't practice this amount of times. If their team, if guys on their team aren't vaccinated, then they can't practice with them. So they have to go full speed on game because they haven't been able to practice with them. All this stuff that we don't really realize is going on in the background. These guys, man, it's football, man, and you get some unfortunate injuries, and the Niners have had their share of them, dude. The last 2-3 years, dude, brutal injuries, dude, absolutely brutal ones. But every GM and every head coach has to deal with them. I don't think you let them off the hook for it. No.
All right, there it is. And second thing I wanted to bring up: will fans of the 49ers be watching tonight's traditional Monday night broadcast, or will they tune into the Manningcast that has gotten so popular?
Good call.
Manningcast, for a couple reasons, grabs my attention. Peyton Manning, about as sharp a quarterback mind as there's ever been. People are already calling for, what will Peyton Manning see in real time that Jimmy Garoppolo is not seeing? And will he dissect it? Will he trump him, if you will? And also notable for tonight's show, celebrities will range from the Draymond Greens, I believe, some non-football players. It's notable because whoever's appeared on the Manningcast lost the next week as far as NFL players go. So they have an entire lineup with non-NFLers tonight, including Draymond. So I will be tuning into the Manningcast.
Draymond's going to be on tonight?
Draymond. I want to get the full list.
Who am I going to listen to? Draymond and Manning talk, or Brian Greasy? Is that was he?
Brian Greasy, Steve Levy, and Louis Riddick, man. Put some spec on that. Put some spec on it, man.
Well, dude, this is part of the everything happening so fast and changing that this is going to be the new norm in a year or two, dude. You're going to get commentators like ourselves talking about a game while watching it, and it being more views on it than actual cable TV. Dude, cord cutters, dude, are that's the dude, who has cable anymore, dude? I don't know too many people who do, like, play for the whole package. you know. And so, yeah, yeah. I said, I don't know many people who do. I didn't say you didn't. But anyways, the long story short is that, you know, dude, you're going to see this is what people want. The younger generation wants engagement, want people to see what they really feel about things instead of the canned announcers that we generally get all the time that we're used to, but are changing. It's part of our society changing, the Great Reset, COVID, all this kind of stuff, dude, is pretty interesting to me to watch. I think I'm going to check out the Manning cast, dude.
I will check out the Manning cast, but I will give some props to the traditional broadcast trio of Levy, Greasy, and Reddick, because last week they were not shy calling out the referees in what was a terribly officiated Bears-Steelers game. So I do like some of their honesty. And on tonight's Manning cast, I knew there were some big guests. Draymond Green, Al Michaels, Phil Mickelson, and Phillip Rivers.
Oh, dude, they are going to absolutely kill the regular broadcast, dude, with that.
I think they might.
You know what? I've been watching the numbers a little bit, man, and it's been creeping up on the regular cast. And I think now it's going to get very, very close together, man, on how many people are watching and how many people are streaming and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be cool, man, to check out, dude. I'll be counted in on the streaming part.
Well, guaranteed we'll be watching tonight when the game kicks off at 5:20 Pacific. I know a couple of Niners fans that'll be at the game, so if you're still in the chat, let us know your level of excitement, 1 to 10, your expectations. Will the Niners get a win? Tune in to find out. And we're going to stick on football just for a second. I saw this coming. I believe, Chad, I don't know if you think there's any merit behind this, or not really merit, I used the wrong word. If there's any fuel behind this, if anything will actually happen of it. But John Gruden's not going away. No. I think he's back for blood. What do you think? Is there going to be any developments? Will anyone else get ratted out from NFL front offices?
I don't think anyone else will get ratted out because the NFL will sit on what they have, which they already have. But Gruden is going to be one pain in the ass to the NFL. But the NFL will throw lawyers at it, on lawyers. They'll wait 2, 3, 4 years before they settle with Gruden. Gruden got freaking I mean, dude, how do I say?
He got scapegoated. He got screwed.
He got scapegoated. I don't care. Yes, what he said was wrong in 2013. What he said was wrong in 2015. He shouldn't have said that stuff. Emailed. Doesn't work in today's world, as we know. And yes, it sucks that he said that stuff. But man, dude, 600,000 emails, and that's the only one that comes out.
We've said it from the get-go, and we don't condone any of the language, any of the spirit of this, right? We don't
say that. We don't have to say that anymore, dude, because
no, we don't.
Everyone knows we don't condone that stuff, okay?
But just wanted to say we knew it was a dirty process. We knew that this smelled funky from the beginning. Yes. And speaking of smelling funky, just kidding, that's not the transition we're looking from. But I think I got a hello from Chile, maybe right next door to you. I don't know. From the chat line, Juan Pablo Sanchez Sepulveda, excuse me.
Dude, hi, Juan Pablo, dude.
I'm watching your channel, my friend. So, hola, amigo.
Excellent. Juan Pablo, dude, just met him the other night for the first time, one of Mariela's friend's husbands, dude. He is an excellent tennis player, my friend. Nice. So he wants me to come out and play tennis. I said, sure, dude, why not? And I sent him the link, dude. So that's awesome. Hey, bienvenidos, Juan Pablo, man. Bienvenidos.
Right. Welcome, friend. Welcome. So yes, we'll pick this up again as it transpires, as it unfolds. But what I've heard is John Gruden is going to pull lots of personal punches. I know he already has a disdain for Roger Goodell. I don't see him getting him out of office, if you will. But I believe he's going to pull back the sheets on certain individuals. And so stay tuned on that.
The NFL is such a behemoth, dude. It's so freaking huge that the machine is going to continue to run. We are going to continue to watch games. But Gruden is we are in the age of gotcha. All right. We're in the age of gotcha. And Gruden's got some gotcha.
And he's got some gotcha.
Yeah, he's got some gotcha, and we're going to see it. And that's the world we live in, dude. TMZ world, here we are.
There we are. So as we spin our gears onto another sport, we're going to talk some NBA and absolutely a little bit of Warriors here, as they suffered a loss last night. We'll dissect. But I wanted to say some things rising to the top, dude, that I'm seeing. I had no idea that I knew the Suns were hot. I didn't know they'd won 8 straight games. Kind of a classic, maybe postseason run hangover type thing. You play those extra games, they come out a little stale. People are like, what's with the Suns? What's with the Suns? Well, they're second in the Western Conference now, right behind the Warriors. Meanwhile, I bet you can't guess who has the best record in the Eastern Conference by
Dude,
percentage.
I am gonna blow your mind, dude, because couple days ago I looked at on the Athletic and I looked at the power thing and I went,
No way. No way.
Washington?
No, you got it.
I went, what? Dude, I totally got you. You would have bet so much money I didn't know that, dude.
What?
Dude, when I saw that, I went, Washington? Number 3? I go, no, come on, man. That was in the whole NBA. And I went, you got to be kidding. I read up a little bit on him, and I like 5 seconds, I looked at it, and I go, I walked away, and I go, I can't believe Washington is up there. And so, yeah, dude, you're right on it, man. And so, Washington Wizards, dude.
Well, good for Bradley Beal. I can't name more than 3 players on this team. I cannot. And I play fantasy basketball. You'd think I'd have at least 2, 3 guys on every roster. Bradley Beal is a certified star. He hasn't had much help there. John Wall, thanks a lot. Russell Westbrook, thanks a lot. Everything's an odd fit in Washington, and it has been like my whole adult life. I mean, I'm going off of memories from the Michael Jordan Wizards, right? That was a weird visual. But they are 9-3, just ahead of the 10-4 Brooklyn Nets. I don't know how they're doing it, but I will say this: Kyle Kuzma has been getting a little burned in the social media world lately. A Cleveland TV show or a Cleveland news station had fun by interviewing him, and under the banner they said, "Won a championship thanks to LeBron James." I don't know what intern got away with this, but he found it, retweeted it, and said, "Hey, Cleveland and I have something in common." So, props to Kyle Kuzma, making me a little bit of a fan. And from the chat line, Alex dialed in from the desert, Bradley Beal, Montrezl Harrell, KCP, Kentrell Caldwell-Pope, basically all the Lakers cast-offs that they received back for the Wizards.
Dude,
that they sent back from Westbrook.
And got a freaking team.
Yes.
Okay? And now look at the Lakers.
And Spencer Dinwiddie, shout out.
Yeah, dude, this is what happens when the Wizards were probably like, dude, you want Westbrook and you're going to give me like 4 good players?
Yeah.
Please, thank you. And, talk about overvaluing Westbrook, dude. I've seen some ugly basketball from him this year in the highlights. Oh. And so, the Lakers are down. They're old. And the Wizards, look at them, dude, 9-3. That is nice to see for the league, dude.
Yes, it is nice to see. They're on a 4-game winning streak. The Brooklyn Nets, we knew they would be good. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and they are set to collide with Golden State Warriors this week. Yes. Now, the Brooklyn Nets, I mean, they are what they are. They have tremendous individual scorers, and they're gonna navigate their way to the playoffs. Not a lot to pull apart here, but Kevin Durant still at the peak of his powers. I still enjoy the heck of watching him, and I look back now with hindsight, and I go, that was really unfair that the Warriors got to add him to that team.
Yeah, when they picked up Durant, I went, oh my God, and that was in his prime. All right. Now he's still doing it, no doubt. After coming back from, Achilles surgery, dude. When you pop an Achilles, dude, and come back, that's pretty damn good.
And he's playing almost every game. I think he's played every game.
Right, so. And that bodes well for Mr. Klay Thompson, dude, coming back in December, January for the Warriors.
Yes, it does.
So,
yes.
So that fact, man, Durant's is just awesome to watch on the court. I try to keep all the other stuff off my mind when it comes to him because the social media stuff and the weird guy he is, dude. I don't really want to know that stuff. And so that was really cool, man, that Durant is doing his thing. But, that team still has James Harden, and that's a problem. And they still have, I think, Kyrie Irving still around if he didn't fall off the end of the earth. But, if he didn't walk off the end of the flat earth, then he might be back if he does not want to be a team player and leave his team out to dry. So they got problems, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, they are 10-4 without him, so good riddance, right?
Look at that. What do you know?
In the Warriors world, before we dissect last night's loss, in a poorly played game for the most part for the Warriors, they throttled the Bulls. Absolutely throttled them. Second unit, too much depth, too much Iguodala off the bench, too much clutch scoring by role players. It was great. And Curry with another signature three-pointer, and it's trending all over social media, looked at a fan before it went in, kind of gave him a yep, and then went back up the court, swish. Now, you look absolutely awful, stupid. Swaggy P? Nick Young was famous for doing that once and missing it. But Curry, man, remains the best show in town, regardless of sport. I said it.
Wow. Wow, that's something, man. Curry is a great show, dude. I don't know if I put him at the best. I think he went 7 for 22 last night.
Well, entertainment value, man. I'm talking
But
get the
what I'm
popcorn, we're
saying,
watching.
is yes, entertainment, man. When that guy gets going, it's ridiculous. His mad moves, dude, and the Warriors have a supporting cast now. The only thing I watched last night's game, dude, and the
Hold
only
on, hold on. I want to dive into last night's game, but before we got to last night's game, Curry did secure his spot atop the most combined regular season and playoff three-pointers of all time. Not a surprise given his talent, but he did pass the legendary Ray Allen.
Yeah, you love all these numbers, dude. That obviously everyone already knows when it comes to Curry and 3-pointers,
Well,
dude.
I'm just saying he hit that milestone on against the Bulls, and then rolling into last night, yes, they lost a game that they shot below 25% from beyond the arc.
That's why they lost.
That's why they lost. The
Yes.
Hornets, for the most part, played a good game from what I've seen from them. They played mostly their game.
Uh-huh.
The Warriors, turnovers, 20% shooting behind the line, et cetera, et cetera. Curry on an off night, and they still were in it to the final whistle. So
Yes. Well,
that's trouble for the league.
Yeah, they almost won in spite of themselves not hitting, dude. So I mean, Jordan Poole and I think it was Damian Lee could not hit water if they fell out of a boat last night, dude. And Poole had a couple 3-pointers, but then he went ice cold. And Lee was coming off an injury or something, and he looked like it, man. He was, doing his thing. But dude,
Come on.
Kaminga.
There you go.
Kaminga, baby. I'm telling you, man, this kid is going to be something, man. And he's already getting rotation minutes. Now it's against the Hornets. But at the same time, man, wow, dude. What a defensive presence. What an athlete. And with those guys around him, he's only going to get better and better. By the end of the year, playoff time, that dude's going to be a force, bud.
Well, I completely agree with you. And they're saying that Kuminga is making an impact on games, getting better game by game, and he's doing this without a shot really yet. He's so athletic. He's got such great length. I'll give him an A in both of those categories. And it's kind of reminiscent to me of a player that's currently on the Warriors that got his start some 16, 17 seasons ago. I'm talking Andre Iguodala. When he first showed up in Philadelphia. Now they're not exactly the same player, but when he first showed up in Philadelphia, he was a defensive first wing, and he developed moves. He developed a bit of a shot. His shot's still not the best in basketball, but for Kuminga's sake, you're just looking at this guy saying he checks so many boxes. The day he can get a decent shot, my goodness. And we talked about the all D, all hands, all glove unit the Warriors can employ. How do we feel about this, Warriors fans? How about a five-some while Steph Curry's resting in the fourth quarter? How about you protect your league with these five guys? Draymond Green at center, Andrew Wiggins, Iguodala, Gary Payton II, and Jonathan Kuminga. You think there's going to be some steals, some deflections?
Dude,
holy crap!
That's going to be like, they used to have the death lineup, remember, dude, with Durant,
which was more of a scoring lineup. Yes.
Lineup, dude. Yes. That's going to be That's going to be highway robbery, dude. Yeah.
Both gloves, latex. Let's go.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that, man. You're going to trigger some people, dude. But the fact is, man, is that, dude, that's one hell of a defense. And that's what the Warriors aspire to be, dude, to get back to championship level basketball, which they've been playing, is that freaking lockdown D. And they did play good D last night. They did. The Hornets, dude, they made just enough, and they're athletic enough, dude. They bothered Steph a little bit. Miles Bridges, dude, was pretty decent on them. They got, I don't know why they didn't take, Warriors didn't go out Mason Plumlee more, dude. That guy is a freaking statue out there. Terrible.
So he moves like one, that's for sure.
Horrible, as Charles would say, dude. So, dude, that's gonna happen, dude. Me and you were texting a little bit during the game, and I'm like, dude, the Warriors just might lose this game, and they did. And it's like you get 10 with the Warriors championship level team, you get about 10 clunkers a year, dude. 10 shitty games a year in an 80-game schedule. We'll take it, and that was one of them.
And like Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts said famously 2 months ago, when you drop a deuce, you don't sit there and admire it. You flush it and move on.
I didn't hear that. I think everyone can attest to that, dude. Yes.
There you go. I'm going to make you laugh real quick, Chad, from the world of baseball. We won't dive into it, but this was trending on social media. Is it a Mets thing? Is it a baseball thing? But this is an actual position posted by the New York Mets asking for, job for hire, looking for an associate analyst of baseball analytics. Here it goes through all the requirements. At the very bottom in bold, prior experience and baseball knowledge not required.
Oh yeah, dude. This makes me sick, dude. And I just saw that the Phillies, I think we talked about this, hired a guy that was in the Rays organization, I guess. I don't know, man. He's 27, never played a lick of baseball in his life, and is an analytics guy from Harvard or freaking Cal Berkeley or some garbage like that. And made him their AGM, dude. Now, where is baseball going with all these non-baseball people? Do you want to make the sport more vanilla, boring? What happened to the contrarian folks? What happened to the people like, hey, I want ball players, I want this? I know that's not the way they play today, but man, baseball's got a big problem, and especially when there's no actual experience required.
Well, it was refreshing to see the Atlanta Braves take home the World Series championship just for the fact that their coach, an old school gentleman, Brian Snicker, he is on the record and he does not like the analytics. He doesn't like all the stats. Don't give me those. I coach from my gut. So hopefully, yes, in a world of copycats, hopefully some people are taking notes and trying to do some more of that.
Yeah, I mean, you can use the new information, okay? You can use it and blend it, okay? But you still got to make decisions from your gut. You're human. It's a game. You cannot predict it. And so, but these guys are just trying so hard to make it a math equation. They're trying so hard to make it something that they're used to. And it's boring. It's not, it's boring for baseball, and baseball has a big problem with this, dude. This is happening way too much. And the Mets, dude, you know, they just got bought by a guy who runs a hedge fund. All right? A hedge fund meaning a billionaire, meaning he's going to do what he wants to do, how many times he wants to do it, and to who he wants to do it to. So, yeah. It's going to be ugly, dude. It's going to be
weird. Put it like that. Don't sign me up to be a Mets fan, but no. You already went down that road back, and it was much more prosperous. So,
hey, Mets, baby, Strawberry, Gooden. Come on, I had the good ones, dude. Come on, Lenny Dykstra, freaking crazy ass teams.
Well, dude. Mets fans that are my age and younger have never experienced a World Series. They've been on quite the slide since 1986 in that regard. So
they were in the 2000 World Series against the Yankees.
They were in it.
Yes.
And Clemens and Piazza gave us a moment, but that was about it.
Still don't know how Piazza, that just showed him when Clemens threw that broken bat at him. I don't know why he didn't charge him and just go at it, dude.
Yep.
I cannot still to this day believe he did not do anything, and that's why the Mets lost.
And I still can't believe Miguel Cabrera went down looking in the 2012 World Series. Still can't believe it.
6-mile-an-hour fastball.
Oh, man. Didn't see that coming. And that was a little bit of Buster Genius, I believe. Or maybe Sergio shook him off for that one. Doesn't matter. It's a moment that'll live in my mind forever, rent-free. So, Chad, before we got on air, you hit me with a little F1 fever. For the listeners' sake, just for context, I don't even know where this is coming from or what he has to tell us.
Dude,
but
man,
it must be something.
I turned it on. Dude, there are some serious crowds going out for F1 racing, dude. I mean, some serious crowds. That's the only reason I brought it up. I don't sit in front of the TV and watch it. I watched a couple laps, and I'm like, okay, I'm cool. Left, right, turn, okay, this and that. But I'm going to tell you, man, we have to mention it. It is getting 200,000 people per weekend in Brazil. Okay? So, I mean, this is something that if we want to not just be football, basketball, and baseball, then we need to talk about little stuff like this, dude.
All right. Well, those are massive crowds.
200,000 people.
Do the chicks dig F1 racing is what I really want to know. Okay.
Obviously.
There was a time when Big Bro here took me to my first legit country concert. He had a little Chesney fever back in the day, and it was a good show. It was a great show. But me a little bit younger, me a little bit into a different music scene at the time. I was a little bit resistant. Was like, really, a country concert, bro? Dude. Don't you worry. It's a good show, and there's going to be tons of girls in the plaids and the Daisy Dukes, and he wasn't wrong. So dude, I just can't help myself when you bring up crowds that big, and we're talking in Brazil. Tell me there's some ladies in that crowd.
Ooh, baby. You know what? I'm just going to say, go to Brazil and you tell me.
Ooh, all right. Get the kashaki ready.
If you go to Brazil, I might not see you again. So
I might. And in the famous words of one of our listeners, I won't even name him just in case I need to protect his identity, but he said his life dream is to move to Brazil and marry a butt cheek. Just one half.
all you need.
That's all you need in this life is that much health. You know?
Yeah, brush. Hey, whoever that was, brush up on your Portuguese, dude. You'll get the whole cheeks.
Ooh, Portuguese. So real quick, Chad, my watch is reminding me to stand up, and that tells me it's been a while that I've been in this chair. And producer Bruce, thanks for wrangling us in.
To stand up.
Yep, it was all right. And from the chat, he's identified himself, Alex, longtime fan of the Brazilian assets, if you will. So,
Alex, you have good taste, my friend, man. Enjoy yourself. Go to Rio. Don't ever come back.
And bring me with you. And so, anyways, we'll wrap it up here. We don't have time for an off-the-ball topic today, but don't worry. We got a movie review coming Thursday. Will your brother be watching Field of Dreams? I got a little bit of homework.
Folks, and he remembered.
Of course I remembered. It eats at me. I lose sleep over this stuff. And the last thing I want to say, we won't do a segment on it, but hey, if you tuned in to ESPN2 yesterday at noon, you were watching Professional Disc Golf Tour, and I just want to bring it up as the sport continues to grow. It'll never match ball golf and that exposure and the Masters and Augusta and all that. It will not. But the fact it's making primetime television on ESPN during a Sunday afternoon goes to show you maybe an absence of ball golf, maybe a little bit that disc golf can fill in. I know you enjoyed yourself, bro, so I can't wait till we play again.
Hey, dude, that was cool, man. Seeing it on ESPN, something, it's better than watching guys throw bean bags into a hole. Let's just say that.
Yep. As ESPN, the Ocho continues to bring you variety. Man, dodgeball sure was on that 15 years ago, and it's a running joke that just won't stop. So last thing from the chat, sounds like our producer gets the other cheek, whichever one Alex chooses to wed. So as we wrap it up, thank you, folks, friends, and listeners.
Sharing is caring, dude. Enjoy Brazil, dude. Okay?
There it is. And we leave you with that. Thank you again for another show.
Most definitely.
Thank you for the participation. And thank you for the friends from Chile. Juan Pablo, hola. And,
hey, Juan Pablo, man, my man, dude. Hey, good dinner with him, man. Thanks for chiming in all the way from Chile, dude. And we'll be hanging out soon. I might even get on the tennis court, dude. I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll find out later on.
Another sport where you can net yourself an ace, just like disc golf. So anyways, we will catch you Thursday, friends. We'll see the results of the 49ers-Rams game for certain. We'll see what the heck Field of Dreams is about. Just kidding. I know what it's about, but I need to get into it. I need to sink my teeth into it. And do we want a star rating? Do I need to be ready for anything like this?
Dude, you just need to watch it, and we'll talk about it. End of story.
How about that, folks? We'll catch you on Thursday for another edition of the MisippBROs.
Boom.